over, come over. You never look sober. Whatever the weather is coming up.
That's the great thing about the Blue Man is you're really open to giving me access to whatever I need to help me. So it's kind of a dream job in that way. That's why I tried to run away from it. I really did for several months, but they just kept giving me and opening themselves up and you know, to try to perpetrate something pretty independent on a very prohibitive format, which is 3D IMAX, which is, you know, a 70 millimeter film that's this big, and you know, it's very hard to do something different because all the agendas around you are so conservative. So it's really neat to have found my way into a group of people who are accomplished in their own right, who are marketing wizards, which is something I'm not, and who have the power and the will to try to do something a little more groundbreaking, like a little, you know, to try to shake up that what is a endangered kind of medium. IMAX theaters are slowly being taken over by Hollywood interests, and they wanted to try to stem that tide in their own unique way, and it involves giving me a lot of freedom. I mean, the subject is just so fascinating, the brain, and it really dovetails with a lot of my own journeys and with my own emotional, mental problems and my screwed up family and all that stuff. So it all sort of coming together in a nice way.
Now,
certainly a growing kind of experience.
Why would you fight that project? I mean, when I heard about you getting it, it's Blue Man Group, 3D
No.
IMAX, you seem like the perfect fit, and you fought that?
That's what people think, but I really wanted to be done, and I wasn't being coy. I really didn't think like filmmaking was the right thing for me. I mean, I said the thing I wanted to say as imperfectly as I ended up saying it in Dizzle.
That would be the Immaculate Conception of Little Dizzle.
Of Little Dizzle.
Standing ovation at Sundance.
Well, yeah, which was my only, feature film, and I just felt like, you know what, I might not be so good at this filmmaking thing because I really don't know why, but I never ever enjoyed myself. Like it was just work, which I'm okay with, but it's the not having control. Like I didn't know just how difficult it is to perpetrate a vision on all the levels you need to be accomplished at in film, and little decisions that are made early are so crucial. And so I sort of changed my thinking about it and just sort of said, okay, that was my film school. I know now to pay attention to early instincts. I don't care how experienced they are. Like, it has to be my film eventually, and it has to be, I'm the one who has to stand in front of it and say I'm proud of it at the end. So it was nice to like just see if I would apply those things to the Blue Man Group. So it was nice to come in with that attitude where instead of, oh, this is perfect for me, I'm gonna do it. Oh, you guys are so great, I think this is so interesting. Believe me, I'm not who you're really looking for, because I would need this, and I would need this, and I would need 9 months of development. I would need to throw away that script you've been developing for 1.5 years. I would need to shoot in Seattle. And you wouldn't be interested in doing that. And then one by one, they started bending on all of that because they knew how important it was, like initial instincts. So they won me over after a few months. Like, okay, I feel safe. I mean, I was enrolled in dental hygienist school, and people think it's so funny, but I don't know why, but like, that is still something I want to do. And this project actually might give me the breathing space I need to do it without, being in debt or whatever. Because it is something I'd like to do in my twilight years, is clean teeth and help people with that.
So you want a film career to propel you to dental hygiene?
That's the way I'm going about it now.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't glamorize being a director, and I still kind of feel like people who want to be directors are suckers, or the directors I've met, they're only like half human beings. They're mostly egos, and that's beautiful. And I love movies and I love all that, but like, I don't know. I I think a lot of people get into it for the wrong reason. Somebody asked me the other day, like, what advice could you give for a young filmmaker, you know? And I'm sure it's been said before, but really it's like, just be really shitty at everything else, so that there's no choice. It's like, well, I could landscape yard. Oh nope, I got a bad back. Can't even do that. I guess I better do film because you don't have to lift.
So essentially, hopelessly unemployable is the
Exactly.
best step.
That's what's so crazy about the career is like it emerges out of complete desperation, a grasping at like, how can I bullshit people into thinking I know what I'm doing, and that's the career. You bullshit people into thinking that you know what you're doing. That's directing. That's how you deal with an actor. That's how you deal with producers. That's how you deal with distributors. It's like,
Well,
I know what I'm doing.
You're awfully good because you've certainly bullshitted me. I mean, like I am one of your biggest champions, and I believe that like you're Schwartz, you know, popular and
Yeah.
with us, and I am not Van Gogh.
Yeah, yeah.
Fabulous, the movie fabulous, and I really do believe you are the one true film artist working here in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
So it can't all be BS. You must know that you're pretty good at what you're doing.
Well, I know that I found a voice in cinema, and if I give myself one little piece of credit, it was knowing how hard that is to do in a prohibitive medium. You could take up painting or poetry or whatever and become kind of accomplished in your own way and find a voice where you feel like, wow, I'm not just imitating influences. I have a thing. And so even though I was making these little tiny films, again, the display of them, as you know, was never like a huge priority to me. The whole like mass medium part of it. I used to say, just because I work in a mass medium doesn't mean I have to use it that way. I would make them for friends.
Come over.